Begin to settle into this moment, allowing your awareness to gently soften, as if you're stepping out of the noise of the outer world and walking into a quieter, calmer inner landscape. There's nothing you need to achieve right now, nothing you need to force. Simply allow yourself to arrive. Feel the subtle shift that happens when you choose to pause, when you choose to slow down, when you choose to listen to something deeper than the constant movement of thought. As you sit here, notice how the mind continues to race on its own. Thoughts come and go, pulling your attention toward unfinished tasks, memories, worries, or expectations. But in this space, you don't need to chase any of them. Just observe them, as if you're watching clouds drift across an open sky. There's no need to resist them or follow them. Let them pass without attaching meaning. This simple act of witnessing begins to create space. Space between you and your thoughts, space between who you truly are and what the mind produces moment by moment. Feel your breath easing into a slower rhythm, naturally responding to the stillness you're inviting. With every inhale, you draw your awareness into the present. With every exhale, you release the subtle pressure that builds from thinking too much, planning too much, worrying too much. Let the exhale be an unburdening, a gentle surrender. Allow the breath to guide you deeper into yourself, deeper into the quiet that lives beneath the surface of everything. You may notice that thoughts are still moving, still trying to pull you into their familiar patterns. This is simply the mind doing what the mind does. Instead of trying to stop it, just shift into witnessing. Become the silent observer. Behind every wave of thought, behind every emotional ripple, there is a still, quiet awareness. That awareness is who you truly are. When you relax into it, the mental noise begins to lose its intensity. It no longer feels like a storm, but like distant echoes that don't disturb your inner peace. Allow yourself to sink more deeply into this awareness. Imagine your thoughts losing their sharp edges, becoming softer, lighter, almost transparent. They may appear, but they don't carry weight anymore. They don't demand your attention. They simply pass. And as they pass, you feel a sense of clarity emerging. A clarity that doesn't come from thinking, but from being. There is a profound intelligence in this stillness. It isn't loud. It doesn't shout. It doesn't ask for effort. It simply reveals itself when you give yourself permission to slow down. When you no longer push, no longer rush, no longer measure your worth by what you accomplish or how busy your mind is. In stillness, you remember that you are enough, exactly as you are, not because of what you do, but because of what you are at the core. A silent presence, a field of awareness, a conscious being capable of deep calm and quiet joy. As you continue to rest here, feel the subtle release happening in your mind. The tension loosens. The pressure fades. The urgency dissolves. Everything begins to feel softer, smoother, more spacious. You can feel yourself letting go of the need to mentally carry everything. You don't need to solve anything in this moment. You don't need to fix anything. You don't need to figure anything out. This moment is not for doing. It is for being. And in being, you rediscover the clarity that has always been within you. Slowly become aware of the ease that's spreading across your inner world. Notice how much lighter the mind feels when you stop feeding it with constant attention. Notice how calm rises naturally when thinking is allowed to settle. When you give yourself permission to pause, your mind begins to unclench, your awareness begins to expand, and your inner landscape shifts into harmony. Let yourself rest in this place where silence becomes nourishment and stillness becomes clarity. Let the quiet reshape the way you experience this moment. Let it wash through you like a gentle wave, cleansing the mind of unnecessary weight. Feel the relief that comes when you finally stop forcing your mind to keep running. Feel the liberation that arises when you allow yourself to slow down and breathe. You are returning to stillness. You are returning to yourself. Allow your awareness to gently drift toward the breath, not with effort, not with control, but with a soft curiosity, as if you're rediscovering something ancient and familiar. The breath has been with you since the moment you arrived in this world, guiding you through every experience, every joy, every challenge. Yet most of the time it moves quietly in the background, unnoticed, unappreciated. Now, in this moment, let it become your anchor. Let it become the doorway back into the present, the pathway into deep stillness. As you breathe in, feel the subtle expansion that happens inside you. The body lifts slightly, the chest opens, the ribs widen. There is an invitation in the inhale, an invitation to awaken, to soften, to arrive fully in the now. And as you exhale, feel the gentle release, the natural letting go that the body offers without asking for anything in return. The exhale is a surrender, a whisper reminding you that you don't have to carry tension, you don't have to hold on so tightly. Notice how every breath becomes a cycle of receiving and releasing, opening and softening, grounding and expanding. With each inhale, bring your attention inward. Feel the breath as it enters through the nose, cool and subtle, traveling down into the body. Trace its path with your awareness. Feel how it moves through you like a gentle stream, cleansing, calming, bringing your mind into sharper clarity. With each exhale, imagine the weight of overthinking dissolving into the air around you. Let each breath wash away the layers of distraction and noise that the mind collects throughout the day. As you continue to breathe, allow your awareness to deepen. Notice the pauses between breaths, the quiet spaces where nothing is happening, where thought momentarily fades, where pure presence emerges. These small pauses are gateways. In them, you can feel the stillness beneath your thoughts, the silence beneath your actions, the calm beneath your experiences. Let yourself rest in these spaces. Let them expand naturally, effortlessly, without forcing anything. The more you relax into them, the more your mind begins to slow down and reorganize itself around clarity and calm. Now let the breath guide you even deeper into the present moment. Feel the sensation of sitting here. Feel the support beneath your body. Feel the gentle weight of your arms, the softness in your face, the quiet inside your chest. Every breath anchors you more deeply into this moment, this single peaceful moment that exists outside of past and future. There is nowhere else to be, nothing else to accomplish. Right now, your only task is to breathe and to observe. Let the breath become your homecoming. Each inhale brings you back to yourself. Each exhale frees you from the unnecessary noise of the mind. With every cycle, you become more rooted, more present, more alive. You begin to sense that the present moment is not empty, it is rich, full, vibrant. It carries a kind of luminous stillness, a clarity that reveals itself only when you stop rushing ahead or looking behind. As you breathe, feel how the nervous system responds. It begins to calm, to settle, to unwind. The body softens, the mind becomes less reactive. The emotions become lighter, more fluid. You start to experience yourself, not as a thinker lost in a maze of thoughts, but as a presence aware of thoughts, aware of sensations, aware of life moving through you. This awareness is spacious, open, gentle. It doesn't cling, it doesn't judge, it simply watches with compassion, allowing everything to be as it is. With each breath, feel yourself becoming more aligned with this presence. Feel the quiet intelligence of your body. Feel the wisdom of your inner rhythm. Feel the peace that naturally arises when you stop resisting the moment and begin to flow with it. There is no need to escape this moment. There is no need to improve it or change it. It is enough. You are enough. Let the breath continue to carry you inward, deeper than thought, deeper than emotion, into the subtle stillness that is always there, waiting patiently beneath the surface of everything. Trust this stillness. Trust the breath. Trust that in returning to the present, you return to the most truthful, peaceful version of yourself. You are reconnecting with the breath, and the breath is guiding you home. Allow yourself now to drift gently into the deeper space within you, the space that exists beneath all activity, beneath all thoughts, beneath all noise. This is the space that has always been with you, even in moments when life feels overwhelming or fast or demanding. It's the quiet sanctuary at the center of your being, untouched by the turbulence of the world, untouched by the rise and fall of emotions. Let your awareness begin to move toward this inner refuge, not with force, but with a soft willingness, as if you are stepping into a warm, familiar room that has been waiting for your return. Imagine yourself walking inward, moving past the surface layers of thought and sensation. Each step you take brings you deeper into a sense of peace. You don't have to know what this sanctuary looks like or how it should feel. It reveals itself to you naturally, gently, in the way your heart understands. Perhaps it feels like a soft glow, a quiet warmth in the chest, a sense of openness behind the breath. Or maybe it feels like a still lake, calm and reflective, holding everything without resistance. Whatever form it takes, trust that it is yours, created by your own inner presence. Let your breath guide you further into this space. With every inhale, you move deeper into calmness. With every exhale, you let go of the outer world a little more. Feel the boundaries of your mind beginning to dissolve. Feel the heaviness you've been carrying gently lift, as if the sanctuary itself is absorbing the tension, transforming it into light and softness. In this inner space, nothing is judged, nothing is rushed, nothing is expected. You are free simply to be. Notice how safe it feels to rest here. This sanctuary is not built from ideas or imagination. It is built from awareness, from presence, from the part of you that has always been steady. Even when the surface of your life feels unsteady, feel how supported you are here, how effortlessly you belong. There is no need to prove anything, no need to perform, no need to protect yourself. In this space you are held, you are understood. You are accepted without condition. As you settle more deeply, notice the subtle shift in your inner state. Your thoughts begin to slow, fading into the background like distant echoes. Your emotions soften, creating more space inside your heart. You may notice a gentle warmth spreading through your chest or a lightness rising through your body. These sensations are signs that you are aligning with your inner sanctuary, that you are touching the part of yourself that is always whole, always peaceful, always available. Allow yourself to sink even further into this inner stillness. Feel the calm expanding through your awareness, smoothing the edges of your inner world. This sanctuary invites you to rest, to breathe, to let go. It invites you to remember who you are beneath your roles, beneath your responsibilities, beneath the identity shaped by the outer world. Here you reconnect with your truest self, a self that is quiet, luminous, infinitely peaceful. Stay with this feeling. Notice how the mind no longer needs to lead, it can rest. Notice how the breath no longer feels rushed, it becomes a gentle guide. Notice how your body no longer feels tight, it opens, softens, releases. Everything in you begins to harmonize with the stillness of this sanctuary. If emotions arise, let them. If memories surface, let them. This space is large enough to hold everything without being disturbed. The sanctuary within you is a sacred container, steady, compassionate, and unshakable. It gives you permission to feel without overwhelm, to release without fear, to rest without guilt. Let yourself dissolve into this quiet fullness. Feel the peace spreading through every part of you, reaching the places that have been tired, the places that have been tense, the places that have been waiting for this moment of ease. Let the stillness wrap around you like a soft embrace, calming your thoughts, soothing your heart, grounding your entire being. Here, in your inner sanctuary, you remember something essential. You are not the noise of your mind, you are not the rush of your day, you are not the tension you carry. You are the awareness that holds it all. You are the presence that observes the stillness that remains when everything else fades. Rest here. Breathe here. Allow this sanctuary to renew you from the inside out. You are resting in the calm center of your inner sanctuary. Allow the stillness you've uncovered to expand gently through your entire inner world, like a soft wave moving outward from the center of your being. There is nothing you need to do to make this happen. The moment you stop forcing, the moment you relax into what is already here, the natural intelligence of your body begins to reset itself. You can feel it even now. A quiet rebalancing, a subtle renewal, a sense that something inside you is unwinding, unclenching, opening back. into alignment. Let breath become the rhythm that guides this renewal. With every inhale, feel a gentle lifting, as if fresh energy is rising through your body, clearing away the heaviness that has been sitting in your chest or mind. With every exhale, let yourself release the old patterns, the tightness, the residue of thought that has been weighing you down. Each breath becomes a cycle of renewal, receiving what you need, letting go of what no longer serves you. As you settle deeper into this process, notice the shifts happening in your awareness. Thoughts may still appear, but they no longer feel sharp or demanding. Emotions may rise, but they pass through without gripping you. There is a softening happening at the core of your being, a dissolving of the inner walls that once felt rigid, a release of the effort you didn't even realize you were carrying. You are entering a state where your energy begins to reorganize itself into clarity, calmness, and balance. Feel this renewal moving through your mind. The mental noise that once felt constant now fades into the background, creating space for clarity to emerge. Not clarity that comes from thinking hard or sorting through ideas, but a quiet clarity that rises naturally from stillness. It's as if the fog begins to lift, revealing a deeper sense of direction, a deeper understanding of yourself, a deeper trust in the guidance that comes from within. Let this clarity expand through your emotional world as well. Any heaviness you've been carrying, stress, worry, uncertainty, begins to dissolve in the gentleness of your breath. You don't have to push it away, you simply allow it to melt. The sanctuary you created within yourself becomes the environment where emotions soften and transform. In this space, you don't suppress anything, you don't deny anything, you simply let it be held in the light of your own awareness. This is how renewal happens, quietly, gradually, with compassion. Now feel the energy moving through your body. Notice how tension in the shoulders begins to loosen, how the jaw softens, how the chest feels more open and spacious. The body naturally responds when the mind becomes quiet and the breath becomes steady. Muscles release, the nervous system recalibrates. Your whole being enters a state where healing and balance unfold effortlessly. You aren't forcing anything, you are allowing everything. As this renewal continues, sense how your inner and outer worlds begin to harmonize. There is a lightness rising within you, a sense of being refreshed from the inside out. The weight you once carried no longer feels as heavy. The concerns that once felt overwhelming no longer have the same power over you. You begin to experience yourself as more spacious, more grounded, more connected. Stay with this feeling. Let the renewal grow. Let yourself remember that peace is not something you chase, it is something you return to. It's what remains when you release what is unnecessary, when you stop fighting the moment, when you allow your energy to realign with its natural flow. You may begin to feel a soft warmth in your heart, a gentle glow that spreads through the body like sunlight dissolving shadows. This warmth is a sign of your inner balance returning, your inner calm awakening. Notice how supported you feel in this moment, not by anything outside yourself, but by your own presence, by your breath, by the sanctuary of stillness you have created. This support is always available to you, even when life feels chaotic or uncertain. You can return to it again and again. And each time you return, you renew yourself. Allow this feeling of balance and calm to settle into your awareness. Let it become part of you, not just an experience you visit, but a state you learn to inhabit more deeply with each moment of presence. Trust this calm. Trust the quiet strength that arises from it. When you move from this place, everything in your life begins to shift. Your decisions, your reactions, your relationships, your sense of meaning. You act not from tension, but from clarity, not from fear, but from alignment, not from noise, but from peace. Let this renewal anchor itself within you. Feel it filling you with a profound sense of ease, a deep reassurance, a quiet knowing that you are exactly where you need to be. There is nothing missing. There is nothing you need to chase. Everything you need is already here, unfolding from the stillness within you. You are resetting your energy and returning to your inner calm.